Honda Hybrid System, Honda eHEV, Accord Hybrid Driving Feel, CR-V Hybrid Response, Toyota Hybrid eCVT, Camry Hybrid Smoothness, Prius Powertrain. Why does Honda's hybrid system drive better than Toyota's, at least to a lot of normal drivers? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Toyota usually wins the spreadsheet war, but Honda often wins the human brain war, and the human brain is what you live with every day. Let's break this down. If you want to understand cars before you buy them, you're in the right place. Subscribe, because cars aren't complicated, they're just poorly explained. Picture this. You're doing the most realistic test drive possible. Not a perfect empty road, not a launch control YouTuber moment. Just normal life. You're turning out of a parking lot into traffic. You need that quick gap. You roll into the throttle, and the car responds instantly, smoothly, like it's already in the right gear, even though it's a hybrid. That's the moment a lot of people say, okay, this Honda hybrid feels better than the Toyota one I drove. And they're not imagining it. There are real engineering reasons for that feeling. Now, trust moment before we go any further. Drives better is subjective. Some people will prefer Toyota's calm, consistent, appliance-smooth behavior. Some people will prefer Honda's more EV-like response and more natural throttle feel. But if we're talking about why Honda often feels better to drive, more responsive, more linear, more connected, we can explain that without hype. The biggest reason is simple. Honda and Toyota built their hybrids around different priorities. Toyota's priority has historically been maximum efficiency, maximum durability, maximum consistency across millions of owners. Honda's priority has often been make the hybrid feel like it belongs in a Honda, responsive, smooth in a driver-focused way, and less CVT-ish to your senses. So let's translate what's happening under the hood in plain English. Most Toyota hybrids, the Camry Hybrid, RAV4 Hybrid, Prius, Highlander Hybrid, and many Lexus hybrids use what people call an eCVT, but it's not a belt CVT. It's a power split system built around a planetary gear set and motor generators. It's incredibly clever because it can blend engine power and electric motor power smoothly and efficiently, and it's proven over stupid high mileage. That's why you see those 300,000-mile Prius stories. Mechanically, it's gears and oil plus motors. Very low drama. Honda's modern hybrid system, often branded eHEV in many markets and known as a two-motor hybrid system, works differently in the way you feel most of the time. In a lot of normal driving, Honda is essentially letting the electric motor be the main driver of the wheels, while the gasoline engine acts like a generator making electricity in the background. Then, at higher steady speeds, Honda can mechanically connect the engine to the wheels through a lockup clutch and a fixed ratio for efficient cruising. So you can think of it like this. Toyota is blending engine and motor through a power split device almost all the time. Honda is often letting the motor do the driving, and the engine is a power source, until cruising conditions make direct engine drive efficient. That difference is the foundation of the Honda feels better argument, because the thing that makes cars feel good in daily driving is not peak horsepower, it's the first half second of response and how predictable the power feels. And electric motors are kings of that. So here are the real reasons Honda hybrids often feel better to drive. First, Honda often feels more EV-like off the line because the electric motor is doing more of the actual driving. This is where it gets interesting. In city driving, stop signs, roundabouts, parking lots, creeping traffic, Honda's system can behave like an EV. Smooth, immediate torque, no shifting sensation, no waiting for the engine to catch up. A lot of Toyota hybrids are also smooth, but Toyota's system can feel more like engine plus assist, while Honda can feel more like electric drive with an engine quietly supporting it. That EV-like feel is what many people interpret as better. It's not that Toyota is slow, it's that Honda's torque delivery often feels more immediate and more consistent at low speeds. Second, Honda's throttle mapping and torque blending often feel more natural to the average driver. This sounds small, but it's huge. How a car responds to the first inch of pedal travel is basically your relationship with the car. That's where people decide if a drivetrain feels smart or annoying. Honda tends to calibrate hybrids so the response feels linear, like the car is connected to your foot. You roll in a little throttle, you get a clean, predictable increase in push. That's very Honda. Toyota tends to calibrate for efficiency and smoothness, and sometimes that can feel like the car is thinking a little longer before it gives you what you asked for. especially if it's managing battery state or prioritizing engine efficiency zones. Not always, not every model, but it's a common feel difference. Third, Honda's system can avoid the classic eCVT sound disconnect in many everyday situations. Let's talk about the thing people complain about with Toyota hybrids, even though Toyota's system is mechanically excellent. Under heavier acceleration, a Toyota eCVT hybrid can let the engine rise to an efficient RPM and stay there while the car's speed continues to climb. That's efficient. That's how the system is supposed to work. But to a human brain trained on stepped transmissions, it can feel like the engine is droning or slipping, even though it isn't. Honda's system often masks that sensation in normal driving because the motor is doing the driving, and the engine is a power source, so the engine sound can feel less directly tied to your acceleration events. Sometimes that's a plus, because you don't get the classic rev and hold feel as often in light driving. Now, important nuance. This doesn't mean Honda is always quieter or always more natural. On highway grades, Honda can do something that annoys people too, and I'll get to that. But in city and suburban driving, Honda often feels more normal and less drony to many drivers. Fourth, Honda's system can feel stronger in real-world passing maneuvers because the traction motor is the star. A lot of people don't care about 0 to 60 numbers. They care about, can I pass without stress? In many Honda hybrids, the traction motor provides strong, immediate torque for passing maneuvers. Even if the engine is doing generator duty, the motor can deliver that instant response that makes the car feel confident. Toyota hybrids can also pass just fine, but their response can feel different, more like a blend of engine ramp-up plus motor assist, with the engine's sound behavior sometimes being the thing people dislike, not the actual speed. In other words, Toyota can be quick, but Honda can feel quick, and that feel quick is what people remember. Fifth, brake feel and regen blending, Honda often feels more consistent to some drivers. This one is subtle, but real. Hybrids use regenerative braking, which means the motor helps slow the car and recovers energy. Then the friction brakes blend in to finish the stop. That blending can feel perfectly natural or slightly weird. Both Honda and Toyota have gotten very good at this, but many drivers report that certain Honda hybrids have a brake pedal feel that's easier to trust, more linear, less grabby, less like the car is switching systems mid-stop. Again, it depends on model and year, and both brands have improved, but for a buyer who cares about confidence in pedal feel, Honda often wins points. Now, here's a visual moment you can keep in your head that explains the whole personality difference. Imagine two people powering a bicycle. Toyota's system is like two people pedaling the same bike together, constantly coordinating. Sometimes one does more, sometimes the other does more, but they're both connected to the drivetrain the whole time. Super efficient, super coordinated, very proven. Honda's system is like an electric bike where the motor does the pushing and the engine is the generator keeping the battery fed, until you're cruising and it makes sense to let the engine help more directly. The push you feel is motor push, so it feels smooth and immediate. Neither is better engineering. They're different choices. Now, let's do the honest part, because if I only tell you why Honda feels better, I'm basically doing marketing. Here's where Toyota often feels better than Honda, and why some people still prefer Toyota hybrids. Toyota often feels more consistent on the highway. Honda's hybrid system has a known personality at highway speed because of its direct drive clutch strategy. At steady cruising speeds, Honda can connect the engine to the wheels through a fixed ratio. That can be efficient and quiet when conditions are flat and steady, but real highways aren't steady. You get long grades, headwinds, and small speed changes. When the load changes, Honda has to decide whether to stay in direct drive or disengage and go back to generator mode. When it goes generator mode at speed, the engine RPM can jump in a way that feels detached, like the engine is suddenly busy even though you didn't floor it. So, the same Honda that feels amazing in city traffic can feel busy on rolling highway terrain at 75 miles per hour. Toyota's power split system can feel more consistent on the highway because the engine can stay in a more stable relationship with road load, without the same "now I'm locked, now I'm generating" personality shift. This is why you'll hear two totally honest opinions that sound like they contradict. Honda Hybrid is the smoothest thing in city. Toyota Hybrid is calmer on the highway. Both can be true. Now let's hit the myth-busting section, because people oversimplify this debate. Myth: Honda hybrids drive better because Toyota uses a CVT. Wrong conclusion. Toyota's eCVT in hybrids is not a belt CVT, and it's one of the best long-term drivetrains ever sold. The complaint isn't it's weak. The complaint is it can sound weird under load. That's a feel issue, not a fragility issue. Myth: Toyota hybrids are boring and slow. Also wrong. Many Toyota hybrids are plenty quick in real life. The boring reputation is mostly about calibration and sound character, not performance. Myth: Honda hybrid is always better. It depends. If you drive mostly city and you want EV-like smoothness without plugging in, Honda's system can feel better day to day. If you do a lot of high-speed highway cruising, long trips, and you want calm consistency, Toyota may feel better for your life. Now, if you're shopping and you want the buyer value part, here's the smartest way to choose without guessing. Don't do a 10-minute test drive. Do a real-life test drive. Get the car warmed up, then do low-speed stop and go for 10 minutes, a steady 70 to 75 miles per hour cruise for 10 minutes, one long hill or grade if you can find it, one normal passing move from 60 to 80. Then ask yourself, which one feels predictable to my foot? Which one sounds calm in the situations I actually live in? Which one feels like I'd enjoy it on a bad day? Because the truth is, Honda often drives better than Toyota to many people because it feels more electric, more linear, and more human-tuned in everyday speeds. Toyota often wins because it's consistent, efficient, and proven in every condition, and it's the kind of drivetrain that disappears into the background. So the real answer is, Honda is often better at making a hybrid feel like a normal, responsive car. Toyota is often better at making a hybrid feel like a reliable machine that will do this forever. If you learned something here, subscribe. Next, I'll break down the real-world test drive checklist for hybrids, what to do in 15 minutes to tell whether a hybrid system will feel great for you or whether it'll slowly annoy you after the honeymoon period.